What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA football opening lines show. If you want to watch the entire show, hit the link on the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Let's move on to 7 p.m. Eastern. This closes up the midweek action. Oregon, number 9 ranked Oregon at Oregon State. And we have been told no longer to call this the Civil War game because of its connection to a war fought to perpetuate slavery. So no longer will we call this the Civil War battle. This rivalry started in 1894, 16-0 Oregon State win in 1894. Last year, Oregon won 24-10. It's a fun rivalry. Corvallis, Oregon, 44 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 4 miles per hour. I was looking at old pictures. I went through a bunch of the old games. And, Matt Moore being carried throughout the stadium. What a bum he turned out to be. And a lot of fun with this rivalry over the years. Oregon started the season 3-0. I have no idea what to make of this Oregon squad. They're very underwhelming victories. And when they beat up on Stanford again didn't have Davis Mills. They're coming off. So 2 of their 3 wins have come against teams where their starting quarterbacks were out with COVID. They won 38-35 over a UCLA team missing their starting quarterback. They're tough to figure out. One thing we do know is that sophomore quarterback Tyler Shuck is good. He's good, and I expect we will see him on Sundays, but probably not for 3 years. But he's really good. He's mobile, very talented. They're putting up 499.7 yards per game of offense. Up against Oregon State, coming off their first win of the season, 31-27 at home over Cal. And it's the Jamar Jefferson show with Oregon State. He's run for 449 yards, 5 touchdowns through 3 games. And he was so good against Cal. If any of you guys want, 196 yards rushing, 18 carries. Everybody knew they were going to hand the ball off to Jefferson, and he was awesome. Oregon State, Pac-12 action. Let's go around the horn. Let's start with CMac. Anything for you here?
Yeah. I'm not impressed with Oregon's defense. I wanted UCLA. I kind of hemmed and hawed, didn't take it. They covered. I got to take Oregon State here at the points. I think it's way too many in this rivalry. I got 14 right now. I'm going to take the 14. I think they can score. That Oregon defense, Oregon will score. This could be an overlook as well. But I think Oregon State can hang in there. Like you said, it's a great rivalry. And when there's points like this, and I don't think a great Oregon football team this year. And Oregon State's scrappy. They were scrappy at the end of last year. They kind of had a bad flat spot that first game against Washington State a little bit. They looked second half, they came out. But I've liked them since. I liked them as dogs, too, the other day. So I got to take these points here. I think it's just screaming at you to take the 14.
Interesting. It makes sense. When I don't know what to make of a team like Oregon, I get concerned that this is a spot where they will step up in a big rivalry game when they clearly didn't. I don't know. They overlooked UCLA without their starting quarterback. Let's go over to Nolly knows Oregon State.
I mean, I gotta say, James. So as soon as you started talking about that, you're looking at old pictures of Oregon State. I just said I knew it. I knew you were a Herbert fan. I just knew it. But anyways, when I look at this game here with Oregon, Oregon's been able to do pretty much whatever they wanted on offense. On offense, they've putting up almost 500 yards of offense. But on the defense side, Connor Mack talked about it a little bit, giving up 432 yards of total offense on the defensive side, and they're going to have a tough task of trying to shut down a really tough running back. You mentioned it, giving up 188 yards rushing. And on the other side, Oregon State gave up quite a bit of yards to Cal. Cal, I don't think they're that great on the offensive side to be giving up that many yards. Oregon State's giving up a total of 434 yards of defense. And I just think, to me, the number might be a little bit short when you look at total wise at 61, 62, I believe, and going up, it looks like. I think the play might be on the over here. I don't like the way these defenses looked, and I think Oregon continues to just do whatever they want on offense.
Yeah.
After hearing those breakdowns, I lean towards being more comfortable with the over than I do to Oregon State, just because this is a spot where we could be believing too much of what we've seen in the last 3 games from Oregon, and now they step up and show that they actually are one of the best teams in the country. John Ryan, take it away. Oregon State.
Well, in this game, I think there is an advantage for the road team in a rivalry game because of the lack of noise, especially on those third and short plays, and you get to the one end of the student end zone where it will get extraordinarily loud. So that does go in favor of Oregon. But what's interesting here in this game is I throw a twist in my 28-point pivot analysis. So the line implies basically a score of, I think, 37-24-ish, with Oregon obviously scoring 37. So when they score 28 or more points, they're 156 and 71 against the number last 10 years, and they're 16 and 8 the last 3 years. When both teams score 28 or more points. So what I'm saying here is that if you like Oregon State, they're going to have to score more than 24 points to cover the spread and or win the game. So when both teams score 28 or more points in Oregon games, the results become negative. 2-5 the last 3 years, 40-52 the last 10 years. So that's really where I guess the rub is on this game. If you like Oregon State and you think that they're going to pretty much stay step for step with Oregon, then that's the play. They're going to have to score more than 28. And then obviously by deduction, that brings in the over in a big way. So my lean would be on the over in this game for those reasons.
I like it. There you go. Every game, Thursday and Friday, just capped.